The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. The case of Richard Ramirez, infamously known as the Night Stalker, is one of the most chilling and notorious serial killer cases in American history. Ramirez's crime spree in the mid-1980s terrorized Southern California, leaving a trail of brutal murders, sexual assaults, and home invasions. His reign of terror, marked by satanic symbolism and extreme violence, captured the nation's attention and highlighted the importance of forensic evidence in solving crimes. Background: Ricardo Leyva Muñoz Ramirez was born on February 29, 1960, in El Paso, Texas. Ramirez had a troubled childhood, marked by physical abuse from his father and exposure to violent influences, including an older cousin who bragged about committing horrific acts during the Vietnam War. Ramirez's early exposure to violence, drug use, and criminal behavior set the stage for his later actions. Crime spree. Ramirez's crime spree began in the early 1980s but escalated dramatically in 1984 and 1985. He was responsible for a series of brutal murders, sexual assaults, and home invasions across Southern California. His modus operandi varied, making him difficult to track, but his crimes often involved extreme violence, torture, and satanic rituals. Notable victims and attacks. 1. Jenny Vincow, June 28, 1984, the 79-year-old was found brutally murdered in her Los Angeles apartment. She had been stabbed repeatedly, and her throat was slashed. 2. Maria Hernandez and Dale Okazaki, March 17, 1985, Hernandez survived a gunshot to the face, but Okazaki was not as fortunate, becoming one of Ramirez's many murder victims. 3. Vincent and Maxine Cesara, March 27, 1985, Vincent was shot while asleep, and Maxine was brutally assaulted and mutilated. Ramirez left satanic symbols at the crime scene. 4. Bill Doi and Lillian Doi, May 14, 1985, Bill was shot and Lillian was sexually assaulted. Ramirez's pattern of attacking couples in their homes became apparent. 5. Mabel Mabel and Florence Nettie Lang, May 29, 1985, the elderly sisters were attacked in their home. Bell was murdered, and Lang was left comatose. Investigation and capture. The Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, and other law enforcement agencies launched an extensive investigation to capture the Night Stalker. The case involved numerous detectives and eventually led to the collaboration of different police departments. Key factors in the investigation. 1. Forensic evidence, fingerprints, shoe prints, and ballistics played crucial roles in linking Ramirez to multiple crime scenes. A distinctive avia shoe print was particularly important in identifying the suspect. 2. Survivor accounts. Several victims survived Ramirez's attacks and provided valuable descriptions, leading to composite sketches. 3. Public involvement. The release of Ramirez's composite sketch and later his photograph to the public helped in identifying and apprehending him. Capture. On August 30, 1985, Ramirez was recognized by citizens in East Los Angeles after his photo was widely disseminated. After being chased by a group of residents, he was subdued and held until police arrived. Ramirez's capture was a significant moment of community involvement in law enforcement. Trial and conviction. Richard Ramirez's trial began on July 22, 1988, and was one of the most expensive and sensationalized in California history. The trial lasted until September 20, 1989. Charges. Ramirez was charged with 13 counts of murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, 11 counts of sexual assault, and 14 counts of burglary. Defense and prosecution. The defense tried to argue that Ramirez was a victim of a dysfunctional upbringing and mental illness. However, the overwhelming forensic evidence, survivor testimonies, and Ramirez's own behavior and statements during the trial undermined this argument. Conviction. Ramirez was found guilty on all counts and was sentenced to death. He was sent to San Quentin State Prison to await execution. During his incarceration, he showed no remorse and continued to express his allegiance to Satanism. Impact and legacy. The case of the Night Stalker had a profound impact on the public and law enforcement. It highlighted the importance of forensic evidence, interagency cooperation, and community involvement in solving crimes. The terror Ramirez inflicted on Southern California left a lasting scar, but his capture and conviction provided some measure of justice for the victims and their families. Conclusion. As we explore the case of Richard Ramirez on True Crime, we will delve into the detailed timeline of events, the investigation, and the broader societal implications of this horrifying case. Join us as we examine the evidence, the impact on the community, and the ongoing debates about justice and criminal behavior. The story of the Night Stalker serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience of communities and the importance of perseverance in the pursuit of justice.